I still can't get used to it. To what death by asphyxiation does to a person's face. The eyes staring forward as if in horror, laced with thin red spiderwebs of blood. The tongue rolled out and over to one side. The lips inflated and purplish at the edges. I close my eyes, rub them with my knuckles, and look again. Tried to get a sense of what the insurance man's appearance had been in life. He wasn't handsome, that you can see right away. The face is doughy and the proportions are all just a little off. Chin too small, nose too big. The eyes almost beady behind the thick lenses. What it looks like is that the insurance man killed himself with a long black belt. He fastened one end to the grab bar and worked the other end into the hangman's knot that now digs brutally upward into his Adam's apple. "Hey, kid, who's your friend?" "Peter Anthony Zell," I answer quietly, looking up over my shoulder at Dotseth, who has opened the door of the stall and stands grinning down at me in a jaunty plaid scarf, clutching a steaming cup of McDonald's coffee. Caucasian male, 38 years old. He worked in insurance. "And let me guess," says Dotseth. "He was eaten by a shark. Oh, wait, no, suicide. Is it suicide?" It appears that way. Shocked I am. Shocked! Denny Dotseth is an assistant attorney general, a warhorse with silver hair and a broad, cheerful face. "Oh, geez. I'm sorry, Hank. Did you want a cup of coffee?" "No, thank you, sir." I give Dotseth a report on what I've learned from the black faux leather wallet in the victim's back pocket. Zell was employed at a company called Merrimack Life and Fire, with offices in the Water West building off Eagle Square. A little collection of movie stubs, all dating from the last 3 months, speaks to a taste for adolescent adventure. The Lord of the Rings revival, 2 installments of the sci-fi serial Distant Pale Glimmers, the DC versus Marvel thing at the IMAX in Hooksett. No trace of a family, no photographs in the wallet at all. $85 in 5s and 10s, and a driver's license with an address here in town. 14 Matthews Street Extension, South Concord. "Oh, sure, I know that area. Some nice little townhouses down that way. Raleigh Lewis has a place over there." "And he got beat up." "Raleigh?" "The victim. Look." I turn back to the insurance man's distorted face and point to a cluster of yellowing bruises, high on the right cheek. Someone banged him one hard. "Oh, yeah, he sure did." Dotseth yawns and sips his coffee. New Hampshire statute has long required that someone from the office of the Attorney General be called whenever a dead body is discovered, so that if a murder case is to be built, the prosecuting authority has a hand in from go. In mid-January, this requirement was overturned by the state legislature as being unduly onerous, given the present unusual circumstances. Dotseth and his colleagues hauling themselves all over the state, just to stand around like crows at murder scenes that aren't murder scenes at all. Now, it's up to the discretion of the investigating officer whether to call an AAG to a 1054S. I usually go ahead and call mine in. "So what else is new, young man?" says Dotseth. "You still playing a little racquetball?" "I don't play racquetball, sir," I say, half listening, eyes locked on the dead man. "You don't? Who am I thinking of?" I'm tapping a finger on my chin. Zell was short, 5'6" maybe, stubby, thick around the middle. Holy moly, I'm still thinking, because something is off about this body, this corpse, this particular presumptive suicide, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. "No phone," I murmur. "What?" "His wallet is here, and his keys, but there's no cell phone." Dotseth shrugs. "Betcha he junked it. Beth just junked hers. Service is starting to get so dicey, she figured she might as well get rid of the darn thing now." I nod, murmur, "Sure, sure," still staring at Zell. Also, no note. What? There's no suicide note.